Hi, everybody. Welcome to the happy hour. It's Monday, new week. Let's get some new money. Let's get some winners. Got a half decent schedule. Light on the NHL. But hey, there's a nice, decent slate in the NBA action. And then one of those college basketball boards that's like tread lightly because I think there's definitely some landmines there to be had. But I think there's also some nice winners to be had in the college basketball board as well. So, let's meet the Cappers and see how they had been doing this weekend, and then we'll get right to it. We'll head over to Ramon. How you doing, Ramon?
Hey, Rod. Happy Super Bowl week, everybody. Yeah, it came along pretty good in the NBA. Could you clean it up a little elsewhere, but ready to get at it for another week. And man, this next 6 days can't come fast enough.
Definitely right. It's gonna be one of those weeks you're like hitting the candy store, going, "Here comes the Super Bowl." Some people that are definitely not excited to see the matchup in the Super Bowl, but there are some people that are definitely excited. How you doing, Ron?
I'm good, man. Great day yesterday. Today hit 2 out of 3 in soccer early, so starting off good. Let's do it.
And how are you doing, Al?
Doing pretty good. Just had a busy morning. Unfortunately, couldn't make the morning show, but here now and catching up on all the latest trades and injury updates in the NBA. It's been a pretty hectic day over there. Not just the college basketball you want to tread lightly in.
Right? Just a little bit of NBA to tread lightly in as well. As always, it's that time of year. So, but I think it's one of those slates that might want to jump in and dive heavy. So,
there's definitely some good spots too. Definitely some good spots too. No, just gotta stay updated. That's all.
And how's Solo doing? How's your day been treating you? Anything changed?
Hey, what's going on?
Big exciting news from what I seen you this morning.
No, we just been sitting back watching these lines, a lot of movement. We ready to make some updates, make some money. Let's get to it.
Definitely sounds good. Let's split this into let's do the first. Let's do all the 7 p.m.s and we'll throw in the 7:31. So Atlanta heading into Detroit. Detroit favored 4.5 in that one. Total 237.5. Washington heading into Charlotte. Charlotte favored by 5.5 in that one. Total down a little bit from what it was this morning to 215.5 in that one. And Houston heading to New York. New York favored to 6 in that one. Total 224. Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of those first 3, Ramon?
Well, Rod, I got to go to the game of the day here with Washington and Charlotte. I mean, how can I live without this one tonight? I mean, we've only got 10 games. Why not go with the best one of the night? Make fun of these teams for sure, but I just want to know that so far Charlotte 0-5 this year as a favorite against the spread. Who were they favored against? That's what I was trying to. They played Washington 4 other times, but I'm going to end up. I'll take Washington here just because of that. I know this is an ugly matchup, and maybe Washington will go back to their other ways after finally breaking that 16-game losing streak, but in a battle of bottom feeders, I'm going to take some points here and figure nobody knows how to win. Give me a couple of points here. I guess we got maybe we even got a few more than that. Give me the Washington Wizards. They're up to plus 5.5. Oh my gosh, it'd be a premium if they weren't named the Washington Wizards. Give me the Wizards.
And how about you, Ron? What do you think of those 3 NBA action games?
Man, those dudes average losing by 15 on the road every game. I am not touching that game. Give me Atlanta Hawks. Looks like Trae Young's going to play. He loves to come in the garden and cause crap. Mess with Spike Lee, and everybody messes with him. So look for Trae to have a big night tonight. I'm going to take the Hawks.
And hang on over to Al. What do you think of those 3, Al?
Yeah, that line move for the Wizards due to Jordan Poole being a late question mark here. So, yeah, as he mentioned those numbers, I mean, it's I had the Wizards on my 3 picks, but I expected Poole to play. Still hard for me to lay points with the Hornets here, so I'm gonna wait. I think we get a closer number once Jordan Poole gets ruled out, and I'll still take the Wizards here. Just gonna wait for a better number now.
Heading on over to Solo. What do you think there?
I agree. I think the Wizards is the play. They don't have a lot of wins this season, but I think 2 of them have came against the Hornets. I think they'll find a way to compete. I think this total will go up. We'll get more value going ahead. But let's lay it with the Wizards here. Let's try to make some plus money here. And one more, I agree with Atlanta. I think it's just too many points. I don't really trust Detroit laying this kind of spread. I'm gonna take the Hawks plus the points.
Yeah, I think I like the under in the Washington Wizards and Charlotte game. I just don't see who's going to score all the points to get us up and over the total. I agree. It's down to 215. I still say, like I said in the morning, still first to 100 wins that game. Yeah, Poole is a game time decision, and Vasily game time decision for Charlotte. And then the still dealing out with no Ball, no Saloon in that one, and no Martin. Same guys that were out before. Bagley and Sadiq Bey out for Washington and on that one. Trae Young in now. Bogdanovic, Capella, Zeller out for Atlanta. Who else we got in that time slot? And then Houston, we're still Sengun game time decision there, and that one Landell Smith and Van Fleet out. For the Knicks, Josh Hart is most likely now in that one. Anobi out. In that one, and nobody was questionable early. It was the only big question mark for me in the Knicks side. Hart is definitely going to be in there. Sengun, I'm guessing he's not going to play there in that matchup. So for me, I still like an over there. I don't see a whole lot of defense being played. Houston and the Knicks. Give me the over in that matchup and the under in Washington and Charlotte. All right, heading on to the next three.
Yeah, Rod, I read that wrong. I meant Atlanta, Detroit. They're not playing the Knicks. I read that wrong tonight. So yeah.
Heading on to the next three, we got the Spurs taking on Memphis. We got Memphis 3-point favorites in that one, total 239.5. We got the Bucks taking on OKC. When you look at the OKC to 15.5 now in that one shot up a little bit. Definitely some injury news there from what it was this morning. And the Kings heading into Minnesota. Minnesota favored by 5 in that one, total 221. That total hasn't moved a budget an inchy all day. It's been sitting at 221. Let's look at who's out for the Bucks.
A lot of people out for the Bucks. Yeah,
Middleton out, Lillard out, Giannis out, Portis out, Lopez game time decision. So definitely the typical Bucks lineup for the second half of a back-to-back. Nobody's gonna play there. Well, it'll be the bench guys for the Bucks there in that one. That's why it shot up to 16 now in places in that one. And you look at OKC, no Caruso, no Holmgren, no Mitchell. But they definitely got plenty of guys can whoop the Bucks there in that matchup. So heading on over to Ramon. What do you think there on those three, buddy?
Yeah, I'll go to the Kings and the Wolves here. We know the Kings a little bit shaken up in their roster here today, so we'll see what kind of lineup they shuffle out there against the Wolves. I'm going to end up going under in this one, Rod. Obviously, the Wolves have a few issues here as well coming in with Randall now going to be shelved here for a little bit and waiting on Ant. We'll see if he makes the lineup here tonight. I'm going to end up taking the under here in this one, Rod, with the Kings and the Wolves tonight. Current line set about, as you said, 221.5. Not much movement. I thought it would go higher, but I think with this personnel situation, we're getting a pretty steady line. So give me the under tonight with the Kings and the Wolves.
Yeah, my bad. I'll tell you who's still Ant Edwards still questionable. Nas Breed's still game time decision there for Minnesota. And then looking at the Spurs, Wembyana game time decision there. And Morant game time decision. Clark game time decision on the Memphis side. Heading over to Ron. What do you think of those three?
Yeah, look at Milwaukee and OKC. The last time they met was in the in-season championship, and Milwaukee gave it to OKC. I look for OKC to bounce back big, for revenge of that loss in Vegas back in December. So take Oklahoma City and all the points you can get right there. And, hey, Memphis Grizzlies, nice win for me. That was my best play last night. Outright at Milwaukee coming home. They play their best basketball at home. Didn't have Ja last night. Worry about Jackson and Bane. I think Bane has some injuries going on. And then Jackson got busted in the face a couple of times and bloodied up. So we have to look at them on the injury report. But I still think you got no problems with Memphis at home tonight. So to lay the points with Memphis.
All right, heading on over to Al. What do you think there on those three, Al?
Yeah, so that's a pretty big line move on this one. Yeah, Bane's out. Morant's still questionable there. Tough one. I like the Spurs with the points, with the rest advantage there. But if Morant plays, I think with this new number, I think the play might be the Grizzlies. So I'll wait for an injury update there. And if Morant gets the green light, I like the Grizzlies. I think all the value is gone on the Spurs. So I don't think he'll bounce back up to anything bettable on the Spurs side if he does sit out. But I do think the value is on the Grizzlies now if he does get to play.
All right, again, heading on over to Solo. What do you think of those three, buddy?
Sacramento and Minnesota. I see Anthony Edwards went through shoot around. I think he'll find a way to give it a go here. I think he plays tonight. I'm a lay with the Timberwolves. Don't really love this game, but I think that's the right play. OKC, I think they're going to roll Milwaukee tonight. This number's kind of got away too much for my liking. I made the play earlier today at 11 and a half, but obviously this 15-16. I really can't touch that. And last one here, San Antonio, Memphis. A little noise, a little funny. San Antonio and Memphis. It seems like these teams going to go up and down. I think they're going to get over this total of 240, 41, or whatever we are, 42,
239.
239 went down.
It's coming down, yeah. It's been coming down a little bit instead of going the other way. So for me, that one, I like the under there in that one. Normally, I think Memphis and a lot of scoring, but it's still that news if John Morant's not in. It's just that total's coming down, so I'm making me think he's not going to play in that one tonight. But it is what it is there. I still think we just sneak under the total on the back-to-back. They used a lot in that fourth quarter to come back in that one. So I think we get a slower-paced type game there. And then
the Spurs going to be down some bodies too. So it's
right.
Depth, so I think these teams will get up and down a little bit.
I get it. Normally, you think that when those depth guys go out, that you get a little more hustle and it turns into a track meet, right? But I don't know. If they're baiting me, they're baiting me. I might have already fallen for the hook that taking the under, but I kind of like the under still in that matchup. And the other one, I like the under. Give me the under. Sacramento and Minnesota. There's a bunch of bodies that are not going to be in there for either side in that matchup. So it's been 221 all day long. So books are happy where they are. So a lot of people on the over. Give me the under Sacramento and Minnesota in that matchup. All right, on to the last four of the night. We got New Orleans heading into Denver. Denver land 10.5 in that one. Total up a little bit from this morning, up to 241.5 in that one. Pacers heading into Utah. Pacers favored by 7 on the road. That one's up as well, up to 241.5 in that matchup. And then the Magic heading into Golden State. Warriors now up to 3-point favorites in that matchup, total 210. We got the Suns into Portland for a little rematch of what we seen a couple nights ago. The Suns favored by 5 in that matchup now, total 228.5. Heading on to Ramon. What do you think there in those ones, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going to head up to take a look at the Pacers and the Jazz here in this one. At least the Jazz are starting to get a little bit healthy again. It seems like their fortunes kind of roll. They're not good. We know that, but their offense does perform a little bit better, of course, at full strength. And I think here they're pretty close to being healthy tonight. And a Pacers team, I don't know if they're being overlooked at this point. They're obviously putting things back together a little bit for a nice little run here of late. I think we're getting the Pacers that we were expecting for most of the season. Maybe they will continue to improve here right now. They're definitely getting a few numbers here. And yeah, they're laying some points on the road. And I think they might end up giving some up on the back end. But I'm going to go over with the Pacers and the Jazz tonight. I was considering this one for a premium, but it's gone up a little bit here to 241 from a opener close to 237, 238, maybe even lower at some early release shops. So give me the over, though, tonight here as my free play, Pacers and Jazz.
And hang on over to Ron. What do you think there in those last four there, Ron?
Yeah, I'm looking at Golden State. Definitely, it's not a great spot for Golden State, but it's a horrible spot for Orlando. I think they just want to get home, man. They're not scoring. They're a better home team. So let's look at Orlando when they get back to Central Florida. I'm going to take Golden State. And here's the thing I'm wondering, we just had this matchup and it was probably about 4.5, 5. Phoenix was favored and they lost outright. Why are they favored again by the same? I know that Portland's probably one of the best teams and been covering like 8 in a row, but honestly, I'm staying away, but watch out if Phoenix wins this one. Watch out.
They always say it's tough to beat the same team on the back-to-back in those spots. Maybe that's all it is.
I'm just wondering why they're favored, Rod.
The rest
Why
of
were
the
they
games,
favored in
line
the
would
first
come
place?
down.
Why were they
Well,
back-to-back
you'd think
last
the
time.
line would come down. You'd think that line would come down after being manhandled like they were. So I don't know. Just a weird spot. I'd stay away from it myself.
You know why? Because the book's happy where they are. They put it the exact same line as what it was before, and they're getting the exact same action they had before. So they're like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're not going to. That's just the way I look at it.
We'll sit and watch this one. We're going to watch it.
Yeah, we're going to sit and watch it, right? What do you think in this these slate of 4, Al?
Kind of like the Pacers here. Not crazy about the number. I was hoping it would be 6 or less, but can still look at them in the first quarter here. Laying 2 points in the first quarter, I think that they come out and get off to a good start and win this ball game. And if I had to take a side on the full game, I guess I would lean Pacers. But again, I'd rather just lay the 2 in the first quarter than the 7 in the full game.
And how about you, Solo? What do you think of those 4?
Phoenix and Portland. I like the way Portland is playing lately. I like these guards. I think they got a nice little combination of Scoot, Sharp, and Simons. I think they get up and down, score some points. I'm going to take Portland +5. Orlando and Golden State. I don't like the way Orlando's been playing. I think these teams struggle to score. I'm going to take this total under.
And for me, I like the Warriors in that spot. Looks like Buddy Hyde is going to play, and so is Draymond Green for Golden State. They were questionable this morning. Yeah, they're looking like they're going to play in that one. And then Phoenix looks pretty healthy over there as well. Portland's definitely really healthy. Only question on the Pacers in Utah is Miles Turner, game time decision in that matchup. So definitely, I like the over Pacers in Utah. Just like I said this morning, track meet in that matchup. So even with it going up, I see 242s popping up in that one now. I still like the over that one. Not a lot of defense there. Definitely like the Warriors in that matchup. And basically, those are the 3 I like there. And then if it's not broke, don't fix it. If they want to conk me again by taking Portland, winning 8 straight covers, well, they're going to get me. I'm definitely up on betting Portland games so far on this nice little run. Ain't getting off it, not for Phoenix, that's for sure. I get it. I can see the line where it is, but like I said, when I look at the numbers, nothing's changed. Everybody's deciding that they should go right back to it. They're probably thinking the same thing. Maybe the Suns are due. I don't bet I do.
No. Phoenix still they're still a horrible road ATS. So I agree, man. It's just weird that it came back out the same. That's weird.
The same. And when I look at the numbers, say to me. All right, that wraps up the NBA segment. On to the college basketball action, and then we'll do everything kind of like we did this morning. We'll do all the 6 p.m. Eastern games all the way through, right through to the. We'll stop at the 8 p.m. ones. So all the way the 7:30 all the way through the 7:30 games. We'll stop at the 8 p.m. games. Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of those college basketball action?
Yeah, well, I'd better hang out then over there on the extra board and go down to the south. I'm going to take Nichols here. I think they're truly on a roll here right now in conference play. Houston Christian's been given some back big time here of late. I'm going to end up on Nichols. Maybe they're going to be pretty popular here tonight. I'm sure they're up to 7.5 or 8 right now, but they're cruising in conference play. I'm going to take them to cover the number here tonight against the Huskies of Houston Christian. Give me Nichols, lay the 8 tonight against Houston Christian.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you think of those college basketball action?
Yeah, I got a couple in this spot. I like Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Better offense, better defense. I know 7.5's a lot, but I think they win by about 15 points in this one. Looking at Virginia and Pittsburgh, I think that's right, man. Pittsburgh's probably got a good smash spot right here. So I'm gonna lay it with the Panthers in that one. And I think that's it on the first half.
Hey, on over to Al. What do you think there in the first slate of college basketball action?
I like Florida A&M to get it done at home. They're 6-1 at home, and going up against a team that's just 1-5 on the road. So I like them there. Give me 1 second. Had my other game. I like Virginia in the other one. Tough matchup for them, but I do think that their 3-point shooting does keep them in the game, or at least give them a shot to get in the back door if they do fall behind. So I'll take those two to kick things off here.
Hang on over. Yeah, good.
No, yeah, Virginia and Florida A&M. Yeah.
All right. Heading over to Solo. What are you thinking in these college basketball action?
I'm gonna look at the matchup at Incarnate Word versus McNeese State. McNeese State, they lost the last game, got punched in their mouth, got their pockets picked. I think they bounced back in this one. I see this number's gone down from 17. It looked like it's around 15.5. I think they go belt to ass on Incarnate Word. I think they spank them tonight.
Right, win by 20. Word up! What by 20? I think so. I really do. I agree with you there now. Couple I like here in this spot. Look, I like Bethune-Cookman taking on Alabama A&M. Just said the morning show, Alabama A&M as a road dog. 0-8 ATS as a road dog. That's just continued to rise. I still like it. I think Bethune-Cookman wins by 10+. So even at the -8 side, I still like it. Another one I like here in this spot, New Orleans as a home dog of 8. That's not enough. Stephen F. Austin is the better team in that one. They'll come in and whoop up the Privateers in that matchup, win by 10+ there. And then give me Delaware State. Delaware State's the better team there. It's at 5. I think it was 4.5 this morning. Not worried about 5. I think it's 8 to 10-point win for Delaware State there. Morgan State on the road, 0-9 this season on the road in that matchup. All right, heading on to the last slate of action. We got 7 games in the late night slate. We got Charleston Southern taking on William and Mary. Coppin State taking on Maryland East Shore. We got Iowa State taking on Kansas. We got Elkhorn taking on Grambling State. We got Northern Colorado taking on Idaho State. We got Northern Arizona taking on Weber State. We got North Texas in the big rematch taking on UAB. This time I'll go reverse order. We'll head on over to Solo to kick it off. What do you think there in that slate of college basketball action, Solo?
Yeah, this morning I gave you North Texas and UAB. This total has went up a few points. I'm still down with North Texas. I'm just going to take the points. I'm going to take the +3. I know they jumped out early on them UAB jumped out early on them last time, and they blew the game at the end. But I think North Texas is just a better team. I think they get it done. Take North Texas +3. And Iowa State and Kansas, I'm on the Cyclones on the money line. You guys can take the points. Kansas has played strong at home. Points will probably be premium, but I think the Cyclones get it done.
Heading on over to Al. What do you think there in those 7 college basketball games?
I agree. That's the one I was looking at was Iowa State. I think it's a great spot. We're getting great value with them on the road, as you mentioned. 10-2 at home is Kansas, but not too bad. 4-2 on the road, Iowa State. I just think they come in and get it done. As you said, I think the money line's where the value's at. If you feel safer with the points, go ahead and grab them. I'm on the money line.
Yes, sir.
And in those 7, what do you think, Ron?
Wow. You guys are all over Iowa State, man. It's like everybody's on Iowa State, but yeah, for good reason.
Looks good.
You look at they should not even have gone to overtime against Arizona, number 1. And that Hail Mary from 3/4 court should have won that game. And getting blasted by K-State, are you kidding me? But here's what I'm going to look at. Both Kansas and Iowa State gave up 80 last weekend. 80. They only give up 60. Let's go with the under. Give me the under in that one. And I love North Texas. I don't get why UAB's favored here. There's too much defense on that North Texas side. There's just I don't know. They're going to try to outscore them. I just think defense is going to prevail here. Give me the mean green +3.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of those 7, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll hang out in the dreads of the lower part of the Big Sky tonight, Northern Arizona at Weber. I'm going to take Weber here. I don't have many excuses for them this season, but they do kind of own this season series against NAU. 5 straight wins and covers at home against NAU last 5 years. So I'm going to take Weber taking the Wildcats tonight against the Lumberjacks at home. Weber is my pick in this group, Rod.
And for me in this group, I'm going to stick with UAB and their revenge. I think they get their
I knew he
revenge.
was
They
gonna
had
do
a
it.
big lead. They had the big lead in against North Texas, and they just completely fell apart at the end there. And I think on their own home court here, that totals went up for a reason. I think we do get a track meet up and down. I think both teams can score. It's going to be a great game in a slate of not so many great games. I think that's a great game to end off the night. But I think UAB does it late. They pull away. It comes down to the free throw shooting late in that one. And maybe you want to be on the money line UAB in that one because it could come down to who's got the ball last. Two teams that we did see the last one come down to a buzzer beater 3. But I think UAB gets their revenge in that one. And I'm wrong. Give me the under. Iowa State and Kansas. It's going to be a low-scoring battle. You look at what Kansas does at home. Versus good teams. They're 14-4 to the under this season. You look at the other side of the board and look at that Iowa State wants to run a gun. This Kansas Jayhawks team because they're 7-2 to the over on the road this season. Completely opposite teams in that mention, but Kansas on their home floor. I think they slow it up, and we get the under 147 in that matchup. As I alluded to earlier, Grambling State laying 5.5. That's too many points for Grambling State to be laying. They just play right down to their opponent. Teams with losing records, what are they? They're not good as this Grambling State team. 1-10 ATS this season versus teams with losing records. And even worse versus teams that get outscored by 8+. So give me Alcorn State plus the points heading into Grambling in that one. We only got one. We'll skate on over. We only got one on the ice tonight. We got Ottawa taking on Nashville. What do you think of that game on the ice? Solo game on the ice there. What do you think there, Ramon?
Hey, this is the game of the night on the ice, so to speak. With our one game there, Rod. You know how we make fun of these guys for their scheduling, but that's okay. Kind of was wondering where are the Sharps right now? It felt like they were pounding this team time and time again when they were starting to get a few wins here. I'm talking about the Nashville Predators, of course, and now they're back to slumping again here, Rod. But I'm going to grab them here tonight against Nashville. I mean, maybe it's one of those favored for a reason spots, and it's kind of trickled up even with Nashville. I feel like I'm going to be on an island here. I feel like the public is, I don't know. It looks like the tickets, everybody's tickets are different, but feels like the talking heads anyway are on Ottawa because of their hot streak right now. I'm going to try Nashville here as a favorite tonight. Maybe it's a contrarian favorite.
Hey, over to Ron. What do you think there on that one, Ron?
Well, I was hoping Olmark would get the start, but it looks like Forsberg's in that for us. I didn't like that move, but I'm still going to go with the Ottawa Senators. And this is strictly a spreadsheet play. On my spreadsheet, when the favorite has a 3 in their column, they are 12-16 minus 900 units. So give me Ottawa plus the money there.
Heading on over to Al. What do you think of that one, Al?
Yeah, as Ramon was saying, the line, I mean, I'm on the other side, unfortunately, of what Ramon was saying, but the line is kind of fishy, as he was saying, and money coming in on Nashville as well. Yeah, Ottawa's dealing with a couple injuries. But, I mean, if I had to pick a side, I'm not on this game, but if I had to pick a side, I'll go with the Senators here. Just got to ride the hot streak. I know I like to say that these things don't last forever, but just the way things are right now, I think the value is on the Senators. Again, it's not a huge play for me or anything.
And for me in this one, it's I got to take the under here, even with the news of Forsberg being in goal in that one. He's played well, you know what I mean? It's he's stepped up compared to what he has been Forsberg. And so for me in that spot, it not who we expect to see was Allmark, but Allmark slated for tomorrow. It's a back-to-back spot. They figured they'd give him one more day's rest for tomorrow's game. So it is what it is there in that one. So just I got a video over there. Hold on, I'm getting rid of a troll who thinks he's cool. We had nothing better to do. And his name's not Bob. It's just somebody else who. So give me a second there. There we go. Bye bye, troll. Anyways, now when it comes to the time of the show where we got the parlay purples, you got a parlay, you got a player prop, you got a game in the future that you want to give that out, and then let everybody know what you got going at Tony's picks. Heading on over to Ramon. What do you got, Ramon?
Yeah, Rod. Well, I'm going to do a little parlay action in some of the extra board here tonight. Let me take a look at North Carolina Central up against first place Norfolk State in the MEAC. The move is obviously on Central here. Yeah, Norfolk is in first, but Central's doing okay. They're 3-2 in conference play. So it was 10 down to 9. I'm going to take the dog. I think that's a good sign that they've taken the move here. Give me Central over Norfolk tonight. Also, I'm going to go Stephen F. Austin laying the points on the road against New Orleans here. I think they kind of took the sharp move, it felt like to me. I know I'm going to have to lay a few here, but I'll do so with SFA. And Delaware, I'm going to take them and lay the points tonight against Morgan. This one probably felt like a premium that I should have had tonight with Delaware State. Maybe I missed the boat a little bit. Delaware State just 3-3 in conference play, but I'm going to take them tonight and lay the points here against Morgan for my parlay. That's going to be NC Central, SFA, and Delaware State. You can catch me over at Tony'sPicks.com. I've got packages available in both NBA, where I've been pretty hot here last couple of days, and also in college basketball. I got a pack of plays for tonight, and I got, of course, by no surprise, my $19 standalone play is on the ice with that total. Don't give away the premiums there with your picks, Rod, but I think everyone may be on that same boat. So give me the $19 discount best bet tonight on the ice over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use that promo code TonyT. That'll save you 15% off all premium pick packages from our crew.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you got, Ron?
Yeah, we're going to look at probably college basketball tonight. I'll give you 3 there. We're going to look at North Texas plus the 3. We're going to look at Pitt minus 12.5 and the under 146.5, 147 in KU and Iowa State. What I got tonight, I got my NHL slap shot play and I got NBA 3-point play. Both of them hit nicely yesterday, so we're on a roll with those. So catches, get the long 7-day package. It would take you right into the Super Bowl. You get my prediction for Super Bowl 59. No bias intended there, right? Yep. So anyway, yeah, go Chiefs. Anyway, pair us up. All these cappers you're seeing here, we're all on the leaderboards consistently. That's why we're doing the live shows, guys. So make sure that you check out Tony's Picks and use that code TonyT at checkout for your 15% off.
Hang on over to Al. What do you got, Al?
For the parlay, or are we doing the? Sorry, I was trying to put it together.
You having a nap? Is your first day?
No, I was trying to put it together. It's a tricky one today, so I was trying to put it together. My bad. I was pretty focused.
There you go. We're doing the parlay segment, and then
all right. Here we go.
Let us know.
So this one I was able to came up with. I'll go with the Pacers first quarter, which is my strongest of the 3 plays. I'll go with Florida A&M, and I will go with the Knicks first quarter.
Hang on over to Solo. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, we're going to run it back from like this morning. We're going to go with the Wizards, Charlotte under. We're going to go with Memphis Grizzlies minus the 3, and we're going to take the Portland Trailblazers plus 5. On the site, I got a 3-pack. Kind of took it easy tonight, holding them bullets for later on in the week. We're seeing the board real good right now. We cash money pretty much 4 or 5 straight days. NBA struggling with college basketball, but we'll get that back throughout the week. But sign up with me short term, long term. Pay me one of the good cappers. Make sure you use that 15% code. Let's get to the bank.
And for me, yeah, I like the same parlay. It hasn't changed for me. I'm going to take the Charlotte Hornets under the total in that matchup. I'm going to lay the points. Yeah, I don't mind that went up to 3 with the Warriors there in that matchup. And then I'm going to take the under 5.5 in the hockey game tonight. That's my 3-team parlay. And over at Tony's Picks tonight, I've got my top triple, which is I got an NBA drop a dime play and 2 college basketball plays in that top triple. Absolutely love that triple. I got a money making college basketball triple 3-pack there. I got a money Monday 5-pack. I got my top play in the NHL, and then I also got the NBA drop a dime play. So a bunch of plays over there instead of having to buy all those plays individually. Best way to go is long term over at Tony's Picks. That way you don't miss out on any of those late steam plays. Of one of the cappers here find one of those late steam plays, hey, we get that into you, and you get emailed directly to you, so you don't miss out on that play. So sometimes when you hear that capper the next day go, yeah, I was having a 2 and 3 day, and I found that play late, and I jammed it in there, so I had a winning day because of it. Well,
and then we
guess
hit
what?
2 and 4.
Yeah, and then you went really 2 and 4. Yeah, right. If you jam it in, sometimes I've also seen where they had a winning day because I jammed that one in there late, right? But you don't get that play because it doesn't get emailed to you. But when you're more long term here, it does get emailed to you. So definitely jump aboard there over at Tony's Picks. They take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well. And as always, thanks everybody for tuning in to the happy hour. Appreciate each and everybody. Even if your name isn't Bob, hey, we still love you. Nonetheless, a troll's a troll. Hey, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. You should go look at the records. I think that everybody's been doing good and making some sort of money at some point all along. So definitely appreciate everybody that tunes into the happy hour show and everybody that tunes in here at Tony's Picks. Any final words from everybody before we head out and make the end of the month?
Big shout out Chris Atkins. Dvorak scored last night. We're up.
He did, yeah, right. He did. He got that goal for us last night. So yeah, definitely shout out Chris. He's been hot in the basketball as well. Shout out Chris in the chat.
Of course, Ron Hahn's out there. Got to shout him out.
No, he doesn't make the afternoon so much. Oh, there he is. He was. He did pop in early, right? Early.
He's in, yeah.
He pops in and pops out. Yeah, Ron in the chat as well. All righty, that should do it. Definitely. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful Monday. Crush the books. Have yourself a good one. Catch you on the next one.